What is going on, guys? This is X Factor Gaming, and today we're in the midst of a Let's Make. Who are we making? We'll find out. You'll find out with all of us in just a second. Now, I want to thank my friend Biss for this template that we're going to use here for this. Right here. And there you see it. But there's a little trick to it. Once we get Eve's texture in here, I will tell you about that. Yes, we're going to be making Eve Torres. Because that was who I picked to make. We'll do our best. I'm not really good at doing the whole face morphing thing. It's kind of my weakness, but we'll try to get through it together. Next part of this, we're going to grab the pen and we're going to do a little bit of this. Some people would do it different ways, but this is the way I like to do it. Make sure you get as much of it as you possibly can get. Actually, no, I take that back. What we actually do is we're going to start at the hair and go down that way. So we're going to zoom out just a little bit here. We're going to grab the marquee tool, actually. I'm going to do it like this. And don't worry, because anything that does not appear outside the circle, once we get it all set up, will not appear on your model in the game. Now, to see your model, you're going to have to put this on multiply. No, not the actual texture itself. You're going to have to put the template here on overlay to see your stuff, because this is not a transparent template, as I was told. Make sure. And when he was teaching me how to use this, he also said make sure that you fill up everything you can inside the circle. Like I said, anything outside the circle does not show up. And you should always try to use a WWE 12 or 13 texture if you can get your hands on one. As for alignment, just do the best you can do with these things. You can always realign them in game if they don't align to your specificness, your specific needs, I guess. Okay, so the note, we basically have it, except for the nose. Well, we can push that down in game. That's not a problem. Now, just because I like to do this, we're going to take out all the black parts of this, not including her hair, because we need that. How we're going to do that is with the quick selection tool here. Oh, and I've noticed that her eyes just are not lined up again. We'll fix that real quick. Now, with the eyebrows, I wouldn't worry too much about it, but I'm going to try to get them perfect anyway. You're going to hold down shift while you're doing this to make sure your eyebrows line up perfectly with everything else. As for the eyes themselves, some of these textures you might have to sacrifice eyes or eyebrows to get it to line up perfectly. Perfection is obviously what you're going to want here. We have it as the best we're going to be able to get it here, so what we'll do is we'll take the circular part off. And since this does not appear in the actual area of which we're working, we're going to ignore it. However, I want all the black parts here off, not including hair. Because in some cases the hair doesn't even appear on the model. Or I should say on the texture. Be very careful here. And Later on, I will mention where to get how you can get hold of my creations. I'm on the Xbox One, so you will not be seeing this on the PS4 unless I somehow cough up the game, which I do plan to at some point. I plan on waiting until it gets a little less, expensive for the DLC, the version with all the DLC in it. So if I don't have to, I'd rather not spend on it, you know? But I will put up where you can get all this stuff in the on the video and in the description below as well. So take the eraser like this and just erase anything that might hinder us here. Okay, I think that's good enough. We can now save this. And since you guys probably already know how to upload, I'm not going to show you guys how to do that. But I will go ahead and upload anyway. Actually, you know what? I will show you how to do it, just in case you're new to all this. Let me get signed in here, and then we'll show you the site here. Let's switch over and show you the website here, since we're basically done in Photoshop already. There's the website we're looking at here. We're signed in, and we're going to scroll down to upload image. Now I'm going to scroll down to face photo. Now since everything Eve is already in the game, we really don't need to do much. I think everything of hers is in the game. I'm going to scroll down to where I have Eve Torres face. You can save these as however you want. That's how I do it, just to have a reference. Save either as their name and then the word face, or first initial last name. Anyway, it's up there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up my Xbox app, set that up, and I will see you guys in game in just a minute. For some reason that's not coming up. Let me try window capture. I had this working earlier, by the way. Oh, I get why. So I gotta be in game first. That's this thing being picky, folks. There it is. So now we've got it. I'm going to turn my audio volume down just a little bit here. And now we can go on. You're going to go to the image manager. And I'm going to grab my Eve Torres here. They got in the wind. Now I'm going to show you a little trick that one of my buddies showed me here. The same guy that showed me this template. Now for this I use XNA Leila for the model. Let's see if I have an Eve model anywhere. I want to go ahead and show you all this anyway. I'm going to cut from the game for just a second. Once this comes up. I guess you could say this is me showing you how I do my cause, in case somebody wants to try it. Ugh, we don't need Eva Marie. No one needs Eva Marie. Anyway. So, we're going to cut off of Eva here for a minute. Just 1 second. And there it is. This little program here is called XNA Lara. Made for Tomb Raider, but it reads other kinds of models of the correct format. The big question here is, do I have the correct model to show here, which is going to be Eve Torres? And no, I don't, unfortunately. I wanted to show you all the program, though. So we're going to be going blindly, I guess. Let me just show you all an example model here. Let's say she wasn't in the game and I was making Alexa Bliss. This would be my reference. If it'll load, there we go. Now I would just drag this outward a little bit. And this, of course, is 2K17 Alexa. I want to show you. Go ahead and show you all the screen here that we're looking at for the model. There we go. Now it's switched over. Anyway, you have a control panel right up here. That moves it. That height thing moves it down, and then you can zoom in as much as you'd like. Anyway, that's the program that I would usually use if I had an Eve model. That's XNA Lara, and now we head back to the game. I'm just gonna be guessing here, so let's see if I can get this to come back up. There it is. So I have to have it up. Okay. Makes bloody perfect sense. Anyway, we're gonna go over to why isn't this? Okay, right. Face photo capture. I'm gonna go straight down to our Eve model here. Okay, my screen's moving a little slowly, so bear with me. Oh, I didn't actually... I forgot to do something. Okay. We need to alter the skin, so we're going to be right... We're going to go back to Photoshop for a second. We'll have to re-upload this, of course, but I'm going to lighten the skin up just a tad bit because these skins come in as too dark. 1 second, I'm going to lower the volume again here. Okay, now, there's this couple of ways you could do this. But I'm gonna do it my own preferred way here. Take the hand tool here, or whatever you want to call it, the pin. Just make sure you get nothing but skin tone here. And then I'll explain the next step when we get there. This is the long way to do this, and I know there are better, shorter ways, but it's the most accurate way as well. Get down to earth. My girl's name, I love Dana Brooke. Which we're going to be making a customized attire for her here soon enough. Uh-oh. Everybody, run. Right now. Goldberg. Well, not really. Oldberg now, but you get the point. Oldberg. 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 Let's see, we're going to go to brightness contrast. Do I have it back on Photoshop here? Nope. So, it's back to window capture we go. And there it is. Photoshop. I'm going to put it on for Eve. Let's go with a... About right there in contrast. U-L-O-U-S. This video just became money. Why? Because Mela is money, apparently. They keep hating on me, I don't stress. Don't got time for this, 'cause I'm fabulous. Capiche? You care high heels and a pearl jacket. You know, jacket. Yeah, it's got money like this. On my neck and nude leather prints. And a ton of friends. I could hardly stand. No, that I'm fabulous. Just step to this. Fabulous, yes. A man's on my neck. Yes, I'm fabulous. Keep hating on me, I won't stress. Don't got time for this, 'cause I'm fabulous. Alright, let's see if we've got it uploaded here. Shouldn't take too long to upload. Okay, I gotta go back to the game now. Game cap. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in here. There it is. And now I'm gonna go up to Image Manager. And we see our updated face right there. Of course, I don't know why OBS is being so slow in the moving, so... It should be moving right along here. It didn't show the CC screen, though, for some weird reason. Let me see if I can refresh this. Okay, so I got it. That should do it on its own. It's an OBS thing, apparently, guys. I don't know why it doesn't do it on its own. I guess we'll just leave this up then. Okay, so it's moving pretty nicely now. We're going to go to Face Photo Cap. We're going to hit Face, hit A on Face, Photo Capture. And I'll have to make a note of my... Oh, crap. I forgot to download... Well, that negates everything I just said. I'm going to have to update my OBS as well, because it looks like this is pretty slow. It's not moving like it should be. Wait, that was weird. There we go. Now it's moving like it should be. Okay, we're going to head over to Community Creations. Because it's Rusev Day. Apparently I haven't uploaded it yet. Complete bullshaz. Let's get that going. It's Rusev Day. Don't you dare tell me I don't even have it saved, because that would be an out-and-out lie. I do so. I'm gonna just in Photoshop resaving this thing real quick. Okay, well, okay, so it's uploaded. And I'm going to go back and hit it. I'll hit X here. Or, well, let's see, how do you refresh? Okay, it's LB this year, okay. There's our face. We have that face. Now we're going to go play with it a little bit, see if we can't line it up. I also might do some work on camera here on my Eva Marie, but I don't know yet. Right now, though, new superstar and female, because it's Eve motherfucking Torres. Might also see me do some work on my Leila, too. Alright, anyway, next, we gotta go to face photo cap. That's a little bit better for the skin tone. That's a little more realistic, I think. Now what you want here, get as much of the face lined up as you can without stretching it too much. If you wind up stretching it too much, the model's going to look terrible and all that good stuff. We don't want that. Now let's see how good we got this. We can move this over and up to get it all lined up perfectly. And then I was worried about the eyebrows earlier, but I think we can fix that. Yes, we can indeed. Unfortunately, we can't stretch that all the way out because I've got it. Wait, okay, we can. My mistake. It's going to look terrible, though. I'll bet you anything this looks terrible. If it looks terrible, tell me in the comments below that it looks freaking terrible, and I'll do something about it later. But so far, so good, I think. What do you guys think? Again, tell me in the comments what you think so far. Because unlike the title of Tamina's theme, I actually do care what you guys think. What you think. Anyway, I'm gonna get a picture of Eve here to work off of, just to show you guys how you should be doing this. Never go in blind. That's my main piece of advice to anyone who wants to try this. Don't go in blind. Okay, so we have our picture of her. I'm going to show it on screen as soon as I get it updated here. Uploaded, what have you. I'll probably show it split screen if this program will allow it. Anyways. Now that we have everything uploaded, or what have you, Eve here is going to be loaded up here, and we have a nice little photo. Let me see if I can get this to show up split screen or something so I can show this. Hang on, you guys. Switch over to window cap here. Properties, and we're going to get that Eve photo right in the area here. See if I can show the split screen. Yes, I can. Cool. So, when I come back, we're going to be doing the face morph. We'll be doing the face morph when I return. 1 second. And I am back with both breakfast, a little protein shake, and more Let's Make Eve Torres. Of course, there's one thing I didn't like about the lineup here. If we can get back to this. And it's the fact that I just, don't think I lined everything up correctly. Let's go ahead and resize the Eve photo here, because it doesn't need that much of the screen. About like right there. Okay, so what I'm going to go back and do, I'm going to hit B a couple of times here. I want to see how much of the hair I can get to disappear without screwing with the eyes too much. That actually kind of worked. Only problem is the eyes don't go up all the way here. We may have to go back and redo our texture, and I'm hoping we don't. There we go. That's about right. I'm going to see how high up I can get the brows to go, because that right one just didn't want to come up at all. No, you can always alter these to make sure your stuff lines up correctly. I would do it, always because that's how I do my stuff, but let's see. Bring the lips in just a little bit here. That's that. It absolutely helps to have split screen there, so you guys can follow along with what I'm attempting to do. I'm going to go ahead and make sure everything's the way it should be here before we move on. And they do have a mirror option if you can't get everything to look just the same. Do I use it? Sometimes if I need to. Now, I'm going to bring down this part a little bit just to see if I can eliminate some of the hair without having to redo the whole thing. I'm also going to be bringing this up just a little bit to make it look more the same. So we've got basically Eve here. I wish my TV would get rid of that. Oh, you guys don't see the little mute icon on the screen there, because that's on my actual telephone screen. But still, I wish it would get rid of the damn thing. Anyway, face deformation is next. And make sure we don't make the height on the head too much, just because if we do, it might screw the eyes up. The head width, I'm going to bring that up just a tad bit, right there. Now, head width can also be a good thing, but our head length can actually be good because it'll actually put the eyes in place or the eyebrows in place if you have them out. We're not going to do ears or any of that because you can't even see the ears in that photo. Forehead upper, got to be a bit skinnier there, Miss Eve. Not that skinny. About right maybe there. Forehead. About right there, I'd say. Eyebrows. I'd say looking good, but we need to bring them down just a tad bit, I think. We do that with the height modifiers. Of course, we're not going to be using eyebrows. We're using the ones that are already there. But I'm still going to show y'all how to do this. It's all about the height here. You want it to match what you have for the other corner. Stupid mute thing is really bugging me. We had 30 on the other one, so we're going to put 30 here as well. Wish there was a way to do height. Outer brow height. We're going to match it all up at 30. About right there. Eye left is where we're at. I like the way it looks, so we're going to keep it like that. We're going to keep the eyes as they are. Nose needs to be within a little less because it's huge right now. Height, we can bring that down. Not that far down. About right there. And then nose tip is what we're going to do next. It's pointed, so we're going to bring it down. I'm going to bring the height of it down a little bit. And then lengthen it a little less to make it less witchy, if that's a word. Now I'm pointed, rounded. Pointed is going to go to the left, rounded to the right. I'm going to bring this upward just a little bit so it's a little less pointed. There we go. And then let's see, we have our nose done. I don't mess with filtering because, well, it's not really needed. Mouth, we're going to go to horizontal length and just do that. Cheekbones. Just follow what you see on screen there. I'm going to match them all up. Cheeks, again, match it up. I would. Although her cheeks go down a little bit lower than they should, though. About right there. Jaw. This is where it's going to get a little tough. What you want to do with the jaw is you want to make sure that it matches what's actually on screen there. Follow the photo. Then I'm going to bring the chin down a little bit once we get to it. We're at the chin now. We got a vertical placement and push it to the left to make it go down. I'm going to move the sides of the face outward just a little bit. That's going to be in her lower jaw, I believe. Let's see. I can barely tell these darn gestures. You want to mess with the rear jaw fullness to get it to come out, and also the lower jaw fullness. Anything lower jaw, you want to mess with. About right there. I think we've got it. The face is done, so we can get rid of the Eve face here. Bye-bye. You're not taking over the screen once again as is our game here. That's about as good as I can get it. Let's see if there's a way I can, in OBS here, that I can actually make it fit the screen. Yeah, there we go. Of course, it cuts it off if I do that, so. We'll center it to the screen, that way it doesn't cut it off. I can always move it, though, like that. Okay, so we've got that down. I'm going to go hit accept now. She like spray tan, but oh well. I know just what hair I'm using too, so we're going to go ahead and go over to the attire and all that. Go to appearance. Okay, so the hair is going to basically cover that hairline in most situations. But I'm going to actually use the what I call the Leila hair. I'll show you guys what that hair is. Let's go up and find it here. Where's that Leila hair? There it is. That's the hair I want to use right there. Or we use this one. Either or works, just because, well, it's frickin' Eve Torres, but still. Just about any hair would work for this. Well, not any, obviously. But let's see, what would work best? I kind of like the hair I first picked out. What do you guys think? She has worn it like that before, but I don't know how she had it in the... We're going for WWE 12 attire here. I think this works better, actually, now that I think about it. I'm going to bring the chin down a little bit when we get there, when we can get back there. Anyway, get rid of the eyebrows. I think her eyes were green, so you can keep them the way they were. Let's pull up that photo again. Yeah, her eyes were green, so we'll keep those the way they are. We're going to give her a little bit of eye makeup, though. Let's get back to where we were here. I'm just going to give her light eye makeup here. And the lipstick. I'd like to keep it the same color, but we can do this. We've got, basically that's done now. On some, there might be parts you don't have to move at all. Like on Eve, there were several parts I didn't touch. Anyway, tops. I believe her top is still in the game. Let's see. I swear, scrolling through tops the other day, I found it. So, let me see if I could find it here. Not maybe in the brasiers, which would be weird because it's not really a bra at the top. Always has been. Yeah, it's not here unless it's under generic. So it wouldn't surprise me because she hasn't been in the... Well, yeah, because she hasn't been in the ring in a while. So, if it's here, it doesn't surprise me one damn bit. Also, it wouldn't surprise me if they removed it. Or if they put it under brassiere when it's really not one. Then again, Charlotte's top is under that. So, let's look under brassiere here. See what we can find. Yeah, Emma's top shouldn't be here either. It should be under tops. I'm not here to criticize the shittiness that they've done here, but, you know, maybe up to me to make a, what do you call it, a custom top for her. So it looks like her top's not here. Crap, 2K, why'd you take that out? Yeah, you leave some. Well, Summer Rae was just removed this year, so of course her stuff was going to stay. Again, we may have to do a customize the tire for her if I can't find the top that I need. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to do something custom because I can't find that stupid top. I'm going to keep looking. I know her pants are at least here. They have to be. If not, I'll find something close to the top, then I'll texture it later. Come on, let it be here. Let me just have missed it. I know that top's here. I've seen it. I mean, if Leila's still here, then why the hell isn't Eve's? Because Leila was removed in 2K19. Eve was removed way before that. I think it's the reason I can't find it. Oh, blah. I really would have finished this on camera, but not if the damn top ain't here. It's gotta be here somewhere. I've scrolled through this 3 or 4 times for you guys, and you guys can just confirm with me. It ain't here. But we could do the administrator Eve here easily. Maybe I missed it or something. I don't know. But I've checked every section I could think to check. It's not here. We're going to have to use the next best thing, I guess, which would be Dana Brooks. That just has to be here. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Let's go to all. I'll look one more time here and then I'm going back to brassiere to look again. Yeah, that's more of what it is or was. We could also use Charlotte Flair. It's pretty close, except it doesn't have the same design, but it's got the same kind of. It's got the same look to it, I guess. Yeah, they took it out. Well, that fucks me over in every single way possible, doesn't it? We're just gonna use my second choice and use Charlotte Flair's. I mean, they've got similar designs, so it's a green and goldish. I wouldn't be surprised if her knee pads are gone too. Let's see. We're about to have to put the wrestling tights on her anyway, so we'll take a look, I guess. Those are the ones I usually use for her. And then we'll just make them green. Let's see, knee pad. I'll bet you anything that knee pad's still here somewhere. If not, I'll use Emma's. Again, they're close enough to where I can get away with it. But Emma's knee pads aren't in the game anymore. Aha! They're here. And why the hell isn't the top? It's probably, I probably just missed it. Copy over that knee pad. We have Eve's attire here. We need some shoes though. I would just use some regular boots. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Some generic as crap boots. Actually, those work. Those black ones right there. Let me see if I can find that top again. I'm pretty sure I missed it. Well, I can just download one, I guess. Let me check under tops again and see if it's actually there. I'm pretty sure I can go ahead and just make one if it's not there, but I don't want to do what I don't need to do, you know? I guess that top isn't actually here. Unless it's been here the whole time and I again missed it. This is going to have to do until I can find that top. Although I think it'd be better suited just to use Charlotte's current top instead of the old one. This one. So at least this one's easier to frickin' work with. I can have all the stuff I need on it. And it matches up perfectly. Let's see here. We've got everything we need for the gear, and I'm gonna go do the face again. So I'm gonna move the. All we're gonna do the face now. I'm gonna bring it. Let's not do that. Facial region. I guess I could do like that and bring it down that way. Or I can go facial structure and go down to chin. I can't really do chin. Well, I could actually. I take that back. It doesn't really do much of anything though. That's the thing. There was a part of the jawline that's also for the chin, so that's what we'll do. See if I can bring it down. Go to the left to bring it down, right brings it up. About right in there. And then let's actually widen it a little bit. Make it fuller. About right there, I'd say. What do you guys think? Let's see what she ends up like. Excuse me. Let me see if that photo will help me out any. Let's bring it back up here. I need it upwards so where I can see the jaw here. Okay, so we don't have the right face. Okay, so there's a few ways to do this. I'm going to do it with facial region because I feel like it'll be a lot easier to fix. So we're going to go to head here. And I'm going to bring this side in out a little bit, I think, and then the chin more down. That's a little too far down. We should back up so we have the way we need it. Then I'm going to bring this out in just a little bit here, not too much. Bingo. I like that. What do you guys think? My best advice is just go until you're happy with it. Because people are going to download this no matter what they see in it, so what we have here is a pretty close resemblance to Eve, I'd say. What do you guys think? Of course, the hair needs to be more blonde, but let's see what she looks like as a blonde before I decide that. Okay, we go to appearance here. Hair and face here again. I'm going to keep the hair. I'm going to try blonde here on her. Kind of a dark blonde, but then again, you have that thing of the, with this hair, if you turn it blonde, you're going to have the original black hairline showing up. So I'm going to have to change the hair more than likely. If I want to do the black hair. That might work. And her hair's not that long, but it may still work. Let's see. Yeah, any hair you're going to be doing that, so I may just stay black with it. Yeah, we're going to go with black. That's what color the hairline actually is. I'm going to change the hairstyle though, I think. For something more befitting of Eve Torres here. It's Vicky Guerrero's hair. I still find it funny that she has hair in this game, considering nobody's ever used the Bloody Girl. That's better. That's more like it. Okay, so what do you guys think of this? I think I need to make the face a little skinnier and then we'll have it. I'm not really happy with it. But the hair does suit now. Bring in the insides of the face here. I'd say just use facial structure to do it. And head size it. Width it. A little less depth to it. That should do it. I'd still say that looks more like Gail Kim, but yeah, the cheeks need to be brought out a little. Cheeks need to be redone. Man, how long have we been at it? About an hour. Yeah, let's redo the cheeks just a little bit. A little less depth to them to make the face seem less fat. And then I guess less jawline too. A little too full. There we go. That's more of an Eve face for you. Jawline. Your off fullness. Yep, that's what we want. Lower jaw length. Okay, so that brings it downward. That's good. That's what we want. Yeah, I think that looks better. See how it looks with everything. I think that's much better actually, but the chin could come up just a little bit more, I think. We're just going to use the facial region to do that part. A little more on the chin. Right about there. Perfect. Now what about the lips? Where do they go? I'm going to drop them just a tad bit here. That's good. Let's bring all of our stuff back and see how we did. Hair kind of throws it off. I'm gonna go back to the original hair because I think that's what suits this created wrestler best. Excuse me. It does, but then again you have that ugly black hairline that I'm gonna need to fix. So, let's see here, what can we do to fix that? That's about how long her hair is anyways. I'm gonna go ahead and try and see if I can cover that black hairline. Oh, no. What was that original hair I was using? Not that. Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's where it was. That doesn't exactly cover it. That'll work. I think that's what it was anyway. Kind of blends in with that hair. Actually, it's kind of got to be dark blonde, I think. Let me see if I can do any better on the face morph. Getting rid of that hairline. Let's see if it's still there. It really isn't. I mean, that hair actually did pretty well for that purpose. But I think I can do better. So we're going to do this again. I'm going to stretch it out as much as we can to get it to line up. So if we do that, we're going to lose a little bit of the nose, but I can fix that. I can fix it. That's more of the way it should look anyway. We're going to go back though and kind of zoom out though. I can get it. Okay, so we've got as much of this covered as we're going to get without it screwing things up here. I may have actually just goof things up. Let's see. You'll know you goof things up if the eyes don't go far enough, which they don't in that case. So what you do is you just keep going at it until you get it right. I can't get it. I'm not going to do her moveset or anything like that on camera here. I'll fix that off camera. Because the way to do that is just download one. As nobody likes frickin' knowing the move list. I don't. I'm sure you folks don't either. Anyway, we're going to try this one last time, and if we don't get it right, we'll just leave it alone. Gonna have to be just left alone, I'm betting. That's a little better. Let's drop the eyes in here. See what we can do. See, the eyes will fit right in. It's the eyebrows on this texture that we're having trouble with. Well, not too much, actually. I'm surprised. I thought I'd have a lot more trouble with that. Okay, so we've got all that lined back up. Now I'm going to have to do the face size and all that good stuff again. Let's width this and more height. Ooh, about right there. Forehead upward. I'm going to make it a little less so we can get a little less of this hair. Same thing with the forehead. Eyes and all that, I'm going to keep them as they are. And I probably should bring the corners in just a little bit, and I will. Kind of wish I could just copy what I did for that other one. You know, I look much better like this, I think. Width on the nose needs to come down a little. When I go down to nose bridge could be width and less because we did it on the other part. Nose tip. I'm going to make it more pointed, I think. Nose, I'm going to widthen it just a little bit to cover the space. But right there. Now we got on a mouth. I'm going to make it less lengthy. About right there. I'm going to have to move the mouth down a little bit because it's too close to where I'm at right now. Cheekbones. I make them a little less cheeky this time around. Cheeky. Yeah, whatever. Jawline. I want to bring that out just a little bit to accentuate here. And then on the chin, we're going to bring it down just a little bit by using the vertical placement slider here. About right there is good. Where's the parietal region? I don't actually mess with that, so I advise you not to as well unless you know exactly where everything is. Okay, let's see what we've got here. I'm about ready to end this video, but we're going to see what we've got here. A little bit more head length might do the trick. Like I said, as it is, he kind of reminds me of Gail Kidd. Just sort of. That's a little better. Now let's see what we got when we re-add everything. The chin needs to be brought in. What do you guys think? I honestly think I could do better with another texture, but this was just a... You know what? Let's do it. I'm going to save this. I'm going to go back from step 1 again. We'll see you in Photoshop. I'm going to go ahead and name her so we know what to look for when we come back for her. Let's call her Eve, because that's what they always used to call her. I'm going to see if I can do better with a different texture. Let's hop over to Photoshop here. Bring this over. Switch the capture to Photoshop here. Photoshop, where are you? There we go. Now you see the template we're using. I'm going to grab a different Eve texture and see what I can do with it. See if the 13 one works any better for us. Oh, wrong folder there, sorry. Oh, Eve was in a few more games than just this one, but we're going to try her WWE 13 attire here. Oh, we had her 13 gear. Okay. Then we'll try her 12. See if it's any better for the job. I suspect it will be. It should be a tad bit lighter. Well, no, it's not actually, surprisingly. I think we're going to have to texture her top and her attire as well. Her bottoms, I should say. But before we do anything like that, I'm going to hit fit screen here. We got to get this done. I'm going to go back to our 2K19 template, hide this part of it, right, to get rid of the work path. Hide the original face, go back to the template, and reline everything. See how well we do with this. I suspect this will work a little bit better, but let's see. Of course, again, I might be wrong. Yeah, looks like I am. I can't get the eyebrows and eyelids and all that to fit, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's the best we're gonna be able to do, actually. And it doesn't exactly fit. Wait a minute, wasn't she in 2K14? I think she was in 14. I don't know why there's no textures for her there. Let's go more by game. Do I have any 14s? No? Well, phew. I know what I do have. That's what we want right there. Let's see what we get out of this. If anything useful. And nothing Well, we got the blonde hair now. That's good. That's what we wanted. Ooh, I like that black top too. So we're going to use... Usually you want to use 2K textures or late WWE SVRs. But neither one of them are working for me in this case, so we're going to use this. All you have to do is just get it all lined up. Decide what you want in your texture and all that good stuff. This one actually looks pretty decent, to be honest. It's just the eyebrows are going to be a bitch to line up, but we'll do that in a minute. See, this actually fits. And if you don't get it all lined up in one go, you can always do it in the facial capture thing. I'm going to save that. Like I said, the eyebrows are probably going to be a bitch to deal with. But again, if you don't get everything lined up in one go, you can always just do it in the game. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the hairline here. That's been something that most other call guys have been telling me to do, is get rid of the hairline. I'm hoping I can just get rid of that in game, but it doesn't always do the trick. I think if we get rid of the hair, though, it'll actually help us out a little bit better. Let's just get rid of the hair as a whole and see what it does. Then we're going to see what we can do. I think with it like this, we can actually use any hair we want to. I could be wrong, but I think like this, you can use whatever hair you feel like using. Whatever you think fits. Just drop this down just a little. I got a little too big there, so I'm really having trouble sizing this up correctly. God, I wish I had an Eve model I could use. She was in WWE 12. I don't know why they don't have the model there for her, but whatever. All I gotta do is just get this lined up. Maybe taking out the hair wasn't such a good idea. Just the hairline. I'm sure that part of it doesn't actually show up because we're doing blonde hair here. I don't need it in the edit here. Get rid of the black part of the hair. That might help. Happiness is a printer. Sorry, that was just a little joke from one of the YouTube channels I watch. Not really game related, so I'm not going to plug it here. That's not going to show up, so it doesn't really matter how it looks. I can just clean it up. Which I'm still going to do that. As long as it doesn't appear in your circle, it doesn't really matter what it looks like. But I'm going to have everything neat and clean here. The stuff that does appear doesn't look terrible. See, again, whatever's in this circle is what's going to appear. So what you want to do, anything you don't want in the circle needs to get out. Just erase it. Don't bother with the other tools or anything like that because it's not going to work for you. Now, that being said, what we have now is the chance to lighten the skin here. There are several ways you can get this done. But again, like I told you earlier, use the finger or the pin, whatever you want to call this thing. I'm going to call it the finger from now on because that's seriously what I'm about to give this call, the finger. For not wanting to do anything I tell it to. You just do a custom attire for Eve since she doesn't wrestle anymore. You can just put on whatever the heck you want. That's what I'm kind of doing here. Let me turn on the thing. Let's see where we need to stop with this because some of this is not going to appear and I see some of it is also not lined up. Now it's his. Jeez, why doesn't this fit? You would think it wouldn't be so hard to get something to line the heck up. Okay, so we got all that. Now we got to figure out But we don't have to figure it out. It's because of the fact that I already know where everything is going to be at. Let's go ahead and get this going then. The matching. Now, in the next couple of episodes, I'm probably going to be doing some WWE Diva era calls. Like Caitlyn, for example, and Eve here. I've already done a couple. I'll link you to where you can... I'll put a little thing in the preview here. The test video, the test part of the video that we'll do once we get everything perfect. About right there. Now, on the adjustments and brightness and all that good stuff, it's up to you on what you think. I'm going to try this with a real photo a little bit later to see if it works. I've been told it doesn't work on real photos because it doesn't look right, but I'm going to challenge that and actually try it. I think that should do. With happiness as a printer. Okay, I'm going to stop with a printer joke here because nobody gets it. Now, I want to make sure this is 512 by 512 before we get out of here with it. No. 512 by 512. Maybe that's why we're having trouble lining shit up. Because it's not even the right size. Although it does kind of line up pretty decently here. But I'm having issues getting it lined up in game. So make sure you switch. When you're doing this, make sure you switch it back to 512 by 512 because that's the size of the faces in the game apparently. Alright, so I'm going to re-upload this and see if it works. I already had the image uploader up, stupid thing. And the uploader is going to work the same no matter which of the 3 platforms you're on. Whether it be PS4, Xbox One like me, or PC. I'm also on the PC version of 18, but I don't play it that much. as I prefer this version of it, actually. I prefer the one version of 2K19, as I'm not really so much of a modder anymore, so I'd rather just create things rather than make mods. With that being said, we're going to go back to community creations here. Man, this video is taking a long time, hasn't it? Sorry about that, everybody. Let's switch the window now. Back over to display cap. Oh, not display capture. Whoops, game capture. And there you have it. The game is back on. And you'll see your face right there. That little black part of here. We're not going to be using that. I'm going to see how much it's going to take me to get it out of here. Even if I have to re-edit this stupid thing myself. But anyway, we're going to go back to creations here. You know, I may finish Eve here off screen. It's taken me a long time to finish her. There's some other stuff on video that I want to get to. So, I don't know if I'm actually going to finish her on screen or not. I might. Where's the Eve? Did it not save? There she is. Now let's see how well this works. So if I've done this right, I should be able to use whatever hair I feel like using without having to run into that hairline issue. Oh, I'm not going to do the happiness is a printer joke again. I've done it enough this stream. Hey, that works. Well, you know. Well, kind of. But it should cover the hair. The hairline should be covered now. That actually kind of works. How about that? Let's see how high up that eyes can go. I'm going to have to bring it back up just a little bit so the eyes will come up. Right into there. And the happiness is a printer joke. I will tell you where I got it. Game Show Reviewer has a little sideshow called Sarah's Sideshow. I actually got it from that. In case you guys were wondering where I came up with that joke. It was in the in an episode of Pressure Luck, of different versions of Pressure Luck. I forget the episode number. That actually looks pretty lifelike to her nose, so we're going to keep it the way it is. Let's see. This is actually kind of working out quite well. I'd say so, anyway. You're going to need to do what I'm doing here at times just to make sure everything looks right. We need to stretch out the eyebrow stuff a little bit here. So on this texture, it's just as bad as it was on the other one. This is an SVR texture, though, is what I'm going to point this at right now. Now, let's see here. Can I do anything to cover this this area here? Yes, I can. Okay, good. Because I'm wanting this to be as covered as and blended as I can get it. On the deformation, I'm going to bring the eyebrow back up. I think I brought it up in a little too high there. Let's make it a little normal sized here. That's better. Now they match. That's the idea. You want this stuff to match. I'm going to bring the jawline out a little bit. We're not going to be doing anything with the facial deformation this time around. I just wanted to show that part of it off, just for those of you that are numerically inclined in this game, so to speak. Which I am not. So, actually, I'm told by the person that showed me how to do the Creator Wrestler stuff that you do need to do this. There are just some parts of it you need to do, though. Like, for example, jawline, chin, cheeks, and cheek. Everything that has to do with facial features you're going to need to do. Except for, you don't need to do fill through them. You don't need to do parietal region. And on most, you're not going to need to do the ears because the hair covers it. Depending on what hair you choose to use, of course. But alright, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and do mouth because of the fact that it's a little offward. The fullness is going to be a little less. Then I'm going to go back and, this is something I wasn't happy with before. I'm going to move the lips down a little bit. Move them over just a little bit to line up correctly. There we go. Then I'm going to go back to face structure. I am actually going to do nose tip. I'm not going to mess with the nose. But she does have a pointed nose. I'm going to make it this way. And then a little less, pronounced a little less lengthy. Nostrils. I'd say widthen them out. That'll work. And then I'd say this pretty much does it. Let's see what we've got. I don't know why my TV is actually a little bit darker than the computer. I'm streaming from the window of the PC, if you're wondering. I'd say once we tinker with the attire a bit, it should do the trick. Or the hair, I should say, not the attire. At this point, since there's no hairline, you can use whatever hair you want. I'm actually going to change it to make it look more like Eve. I think that works better. Although, I don't know about the skin. That's the problem. She looks black. Although I think I could fix that. Looks more like freaking Black Gail Kim than Eve Torres, to be honest. You're going to have to go back to the facial... Wait, can I go back with the facial deformation for skin pickup? No. So, we're going to do the face cap again. See if we can get it to line up just the way we need to. The hair's going to cover that, so I'm not going to worry about all that. I have no clue how I'm going to get this to be any brighter. So right now it just looks way too dark, but I have a feeling it'll lighten up in game once everything's here. Face deformation, I'm going to need to do all that again. The face regions are actually okay. I'm going to move everything upwards just a little though. And move the nose down. That'll work. Then face structure. Jawline's going to be a little bit tricky. Because you want it to look a certain way. Chin. I'm going to do vertical placement. About right there. Cheeks next. I didn't do much of these earlier. Okay, I like the way that looks. So actually what I'm going to do, since I'm just showing you the... I might actually remove the texture and see if I can get a better skin. It's just probably... I think it's just my television doing it. I don't know. Eve doesn't look right with that kind of hair. Let me zoom in on my on my regular TV here and see if I've got anything to line up. Yep, the eyes. I think the eyes need lining up. I actually don't. So I'm gonna do the face cap one more time. So I'm not really happy with it. Let me see if I can get another face to work here for the cap, and then like the old one here that still had the frickin' hairline. Yeah, this one probably won't work with the hair that I'm using, so I'm gonna have to use this one. I could go back and match them up later. That should work. Again, you're just gonna move everything as high up as you can get it to make sure that it's lined up correctly with what you're working with. I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. I know this has been a long video and it's not what I usually do, but I just wanted to make sure I got this right on camera here. I'll reward you guys for sticking with me, probably with the regular video, as soon as I can figure out what the crap I'm going to do it on. Yeah, I'm going to lighten that up a little bit. I'm not really happy with the way that looks, being honest here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to once again select the facial features here. We're actually going to line it up. We're going to see if we can get it all, what's the word? That'll work. Matched up with the original texture that I was using. We're using, I don't remember which one. We're using the this is the SPR11 texture face. And then I'm going to match it with, let me see if I can get a color match on that original face that we were using here. Yeah, that face doesn't want to work. I need one that's lighter than that. I need the settings here, so I'm going to take it right off the nose. You don't normally have to do this, it's just I couldn't get it to look right. So we're going to refer to these. It's going to be a hue of 30, a saturation of 50, brightness of 80 if I decide to use that. So 30 and 50. We'll do it. 30. Then I'm going to decontrast it just a little bit here. And a saturation of negatives. Don't play with the hue at all. It's going to mess things up, I have a feeling. Okay, in this case, we're not going to do this. Because I think I've got it just light enough. I'm going to do just one more swipe here. And a little less contrast on it. That should be about right. And what we can always do, though, we can always remove the facial texture and then just do the skin tone any way we want it. Instead of having to redo this several times over just to get the right skin. Actually, that's kind of how dark it is. Asian Eve here. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can get it any better. Even though I kind of like the way that looks. I kind of wish you could overlay two skins on top of the... I wish you could use two different skins, but sadly you cannot do that. That'd be a feature for next year. Let's make it happen. I say let's make it frickin' happen. It would really help everybody. Okay, so that's the best we're going to be able to do with that. Let's go to deformation now and structure. I'm going to bring the height of this thing up a little bit and maybe widthen it just a tad. I'm going to leave everything alone except for chin, which I'm going to bring down just a few inches. Forward and back it. And then I'm going to do the jawline because I feel like I have to. Oh, that looks a little bit better, I think. A little more Eve-like. Well, let's bring the chin up just a little here, about right there. Let's see what we get now. Again, I may finish this off camera. I'm obviously running. I'm honest to goodness running out of patience here. That hair just doesn't suit Eve Torres at all. Really neat is neither does this. So what we're gonna actually do, no, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna hit Photoshop here again. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take the skin from the photo we've been using. Because let's face it, this skin is so fucked up it doesn't even matter anymore. So we're going to hop over to Photoshop again. There we go. And I'm going to go from scratch here. Open that photo up. We'll save it like this for right now. We'll come back to it. But I'm going to go ahead and bring in that photograph that I've been using. And I'm going to see if I can get the real photo of her to work. Well, this one obviously won't because, well, you have to have a straight face and all that good stuff, but let me see if I can get a decent skin tone out of her at least. That should help a lot, actually. The decent skin here. Hey, actually, that kind of works for just more than that. And I'm going to do match color here and see what we get out of it. That actually doesn't look too bad. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab the hairline too. We can always edit that out again. I'm going to take it back over the temp here. And then hide the original one that we were working with. And I'm going to bring back this part of it. Hopefully this time I can get it lined up. And if not, meh. I'll do it in game. Or better yet, I'll use a real bloody photo. I still want to see if that works. As I've been told not to, that it does not really work that well. But we'll find out, I guess. Bless me. Fucking allergies. Seriously. These fuckers can go the fuck away. Okay, so we've got everything as lined up as we're going to get it. The next thing to do is cut that hairline. Very carefully, so I don't lose anything important. I'm going to cut the hairline. Why? Because it will, if we don't, it's going to interfere with what I'm trying to pull off. So I'm going to cut the hairline. As much as possible. Then the next thing I'm going to actually do is hide this. Hold it. I'm going to actually have to lighten it up a little bit, at least the face. Give it some contrast. About right there. And then, even though this is not going to appear, I want to kind of clean things up a little bit. I'm actually going to blend it a little bit, just to make it look better. We'll go select and I'm gonna re-walk y'all through that, okay? So we'll deselect. Click on the picture of your layer. Hold control click on the layer itself. Hold control click on the layer itself is what I was trying to say. And then I'm gonna hit inverse. Then go back to select and modify. Now the number of pixels is up to you. I use 5. I'm going to do it once or twice here. And then that'll be enough of that. Then I'm going to save and upload it yet again. I'm going to go back to the internet here and re-upload. Again, always make sure it's 512 by 512 in the end. Hit upload. Duh. Now I'm going to go back to Image Manager. I'm going to see if it's there. Yes, it is. And it looks like it's a little bit lighter this time around, which is good. What you want to do is you want to, on face matching, I would just match it with the actual, grab a photo of the actual face, and then just highlight any part of that skin and match it any way you please. I did it with the skin matching option, with the color match option, or whatever it's called. But now I'm going to jump back into the game here. Well, because we have to. And then I've downloaded my stuff again. There's the game again. I'm going to go back to Superstar and find Eve once again. See if there's a way I can fit this to the screen for you guys. Nope. There it goes. Let me know if that works. It's all there. It goes. I was gonna say it's cutting it off, but sheesh, almost 2 hours and we're still not done. Yep, I'm giving you guys a regular review after this, as soon as I feel like it. Probably will come out this afternoon or tomorrow. We'll see how I feel about it all. Let me see how this works. Son of a... Did I leave this circle? No, I didn't leave this circle. I thought I did. Good. Oh, that's perfect. That is just lovely. Except her face is fucking burned. But everything fits. At least there's that. And it's light enough to use this time around. Yay! On the TV screen, she looks burnt, but otherwise I don't think so. You guys, let me know what you guys think. See, that works pretty well. I could just bring the head size down just a little bit to cover that little hairline thing as much as I can. Now with the chin, I'm going to bring it down just a smidge. Forward, back, bring that in. Jawline. Let's see. It's the rear jaw that we need, middle jaw that we need to bring outward. As well as the rear. I don't think the chin's been brought down enough. smidge on the cheeks. And the bones to go with it as well. Alright, what do you guys think? Does that look like her? Yeah, I think so. Except the texture could be a little bit better, but let's see how it blends in. Let me zoom in on the face for you guys and see what it looks like. It looks like a freaking burn victim on screen. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix this. Everything's good except for the texture itself. I like it, but I'm gonna have to fix it. Damn it. Okay, so what we're gonna do here. Like I said, I may not even finish this on screen. I'm gonna lighten it just a little bit to where it doesn't look like such a burn victim here. About right there. Nothing else done to it. Cut this little part of it right here because this is not what we want. We cannot have this because I'm going to be using a different hair color anyway. My advice is if you're using a different color hair, always dump the hairline just in case. Then we're going to go back and redo the feathering and all that. I'm going to turn the number of pixels up. I'm going to do it to 8, which is the max you'd want to go in this case. Oh, I forgot. Get rid of that. Might as well be getting rid of the rest of the hair too, even though it's not really going to show up that much. Just to be sure though, I'm going to go ahead and cut a little more of it. Cut it until it can't be seen inside the circle. I still got some inside it. Because if it's not in the circle, it won't even matter. From what I've been told. It might just help to get rid of the hair altogether. Let's see what kind of a texture that would bring me if I do that. Anything outside the circle, once again, will not matter. So it can look as bad as you want it to outside the circle, but as long as it looks decent inside it, you should be good to go. I'm going to clean it up, though. The ears will not matter because they don't show up at all. So we can leave those. I'm going to clean up on the inner parts of the upper circle here. And I keep forgetting to mention, although I think you guys are smart enough to figure this out on your own, but hide the circle before you ever save. And that's what you'll get. That's what you should see. And actually, it doesn't have to fit the entire circle. As long as it's 512 by 512, you should be good to go. This is really... I've never done a video this long, I don't think. Okay, so I'm going to hop back in. I'm going to re-upload this and then hop back to the game, and hopefully we'll be done by the time this is all finished. I'm going to actually show you a little trick to use if you're having trouble skin tones like I am. Now, when I show you this trick, I'm going to have to credit somebody because I didn't come up with this. I'm needing to look up his Xbox Live name because he's hardly ever on anymore, so... What's this dude's name? Oh yes, I definitely will be crediting him once I get everything in. Let me see if it's uploaded. Now, yeah, I'm just gonna grab a move set of Eve if there is one, and then I'll figure out what to do for the actual attire. What you've been seeing in this video is just basically a base attire for her. I'm going to be uploading the rest of the attire, so don't worry about it. And her manager attire will be the administrator Eve gear. Because I like that attire a lot. Okay, so I spent about 2.5 hours trying to get the face ready. Will future episodes be this long? Probably. I'm going to get the face right on camera here, and then we'll move on to doing the attire in a minute. I said I don't have to... Oh, wrong mode. Sorry. I meant to go back to creations. Alright, so... Sorry. I'm going to go to females here. Wait for it to load up. Wait a minute, Eve actually looks a lot better. I don't know why my TV makes her look like a burn victim with that texture on there. Let me look and see if I can get the new texture to work correctly. The cleaned up one. Still looks like a burn victim, but hey. At least it looks a lot freaking better than it did, huh? It may just be a textural issue, I don't know, but I'm going to show y'all something as soon as we get this all done that might help you out. I hope it does. Hey, at least with this idea here, you could literally just line it up any way you need to. I'm basically getting everything right the first try with it like this. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to bring the chin down just a little bit here. Face structure. I'm going to do a little bit of de-widthing here. Make sure everything fits, and then give it a little more height. Forehead upper. I'm going to bring down just a tad bit. Forehead will bring down just a bit as well. Eyes are pretty good, actually. Eye right? No. Nose. I like the way the nose looks. We're going to go down to mouth. I've been meaning to redo this. The horizontal length needs to be a little bit less. And on the cheeks, we're going to lessen it just a little bit. Jawline and chin, I think, is pretty good, except width in that and a little bit less there. There we go. Now bring it up. About right there. That actually doesn't look too terrible. I like that. Let's see if we can get it a little lighter, though. About right there. That should do it. It could do it. It might do it. Yeah, that'll do. Now, what I want to show you guys. If you're having trouble with your textures, and I'm going to re-upload the Eve one just in case it ends up helping me out to do that, but I want to show you guys this. As I re-upload my Eve texture, here's a backup. Now I do that, again, just in case I realize it looks better without with the face texture on there. What I'm going to show you guys is this, and this, I'm going to credit this little thing to Jesse Bright, all one word. My Xbox Live buddy Jesse Bright showed me this last year, and I just haven't used it much. But just a sec here. What you do is you're going to want to go to Options, Deletion Utility. I wait for your Matt Hardy jokes because I just said the word delete. Anyway, you're going to go to Custom Image and find the one that you were just using. See, it'll tell you. That one was used for Eve, so we're going to delete it. Don't worry, I have it backed up on I have it backed up on my image manager. And then you're going to go back to Creations. And then what you'll get, this is normal. I want to show you. you'll get, excuse me, the avatar will be replaced by that right there. That's fine. What you do is resave it, and it'll give you back your original avatar. Now, what it should have done is remove the face, which you can see there that it did. I'm gonna actually experiment a little bit with the skin color to see if I can get it any better. I'm gonna use the first tone here. Just use that, I guess. I can already tell the head's gonna have to come down a little bit. Let's try that out and see what we get out of that. Now the thing is, the best way to do this would be just to use the textures for lighting things up. And then get rid of the textures at will, because that's probably going to be what you're going to do. Now my question to you guys, do you like my Eve better with or without the face texture on it? I can't really make it look like her with the texture on there. I can do a better job of it without. But if you guys like it with the texture, I'll do it that way. Okay, see, I'm going to have to fix this down here because it doesn't look right. There we go. Bring this down just a little bit. I think that gets it. That should get it in the face anyway. And we spent enough time on that. I'm going to go ahead and put the eyebrows back in. The best I can do with the eyebrows anyway. Honestly, I think she looks better with the face texture, but I can't get it to look right. No, that doesn't look right. Let's see. I'm going to bring the eyebrows down a little bit. The left one's just way too distracting. Either that or I'm going to bring the eyes up. I'm not for sure what exactly I want to do yet. But tell me in the comments if she looks better with or without. What I want to know from you guys is, does she look better with or without the texture? Let me know in the comments, though. Bring the eyebrows down just a little bit here because they're a little bit too high. Yeah, I've got this one a little bit too high. It doesn't really match. Bring the eyes up. That should work. Let me see how this works. We're over 2 hours in now, and I'm still not done. That looks better, I have to say it. But the hair. I don't think I've ever seen Eve with that kind of hair. This would look better, I think. The black Eve hair looks better. But I want to use whatever she had in that game. I believe she was... I don't think she ever appeared as a blonde in any of the games. I think she was a brunette in all of them. Let me look at my textures here and some photos. Things for her. Yeah, she was a brunette in all of these. She had brown hair, not blonde. So, we're going to do the dark blonde look. Or the dark black. Dark brown, I should say. That's what color her hair always has been. Not completely jet black, but... about right there. Dark black. see, what could we possibly need to do? Let me see how good the face texture looks. I'm not really a fan of it at this point in time, but let's see. Let me see if I've got a good one that I can use for her. I think I've got everything the way I need it. This one might do the trick. Oh, that's the bloody one that looks like a burn victim. Yeah, I deleted the one that I was going to use. Which in some cases is a good idea, in some cases it isn't. I just did that as a way to show y'all that trick. I'm sure y'all know about it already though, but... yeah, I think it looks better without the texture on there, to be honest. Now we're going to import the rest of the stuff we're going to need, which is her top and her bottoms. I want to make this as what's the word? As accurate, I guess, as I can. See if I can get her 13 textures back in here. Wait a minute, did Eve have more than one attire? Because it says attire 1 there. About 2 hours in. Let's see what Eve has to offer on the attire was. Let's get our 13 attire back in here. Oh yeah, that's the green that I was wanting to make anyway. Just the wrong color green, but can't have them all. I'm going to take the top in there next and just start editing out everything we don't need. Like the face, for example. I'm going to wait, why did my computer do that? I still need to figure out what's causing that. Call to my computer store should be alright with that. No, stop it. Stupid computer. I need a new computer. That's come to my attention. Okay, so what we have here is we have her top texture. And I'm just editing things out that don't need to be part of it, like the skin tone that came with. It may be hard to reproduce this, but let's see. I swear it's already in the game, though. Let's see one more time if this is in the damn game. It'd be under Brassiere if it was, I bet. I wouldn't be surprised if it's here and I just missed it, guys. I looked 5 or 6 times in the video already and it hasn't shown up, so I have no idea. Well, yes, it makes sense that Summer's old top is here. Eve, I don't think it would make much. There it is. I knew I missed it. Thank you. Now I can make it any color I want. See, what color was that supposed to be? It's green and blue. Ugh, Eve. You have no sense of color, woman. green and frickin' blue? Fine then. Green and blue it is. What about her trunks? Are they in the game anywhere? Or am I gonna have to texture that? I'm gonna have to put a belt. There's already a belt on it. And the pockets might need to be textured. That'll work, actually, I think. As lazy as it may seem to do it that way, that works. I've just got to fix the lower body coloring. Does she have the stockings? Yes, she does. Okay, good. So I got that right at least. There. Now. I kind of think we could do a better job with the morph. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to see if I can just take the body off of this and see if I can lighten it just a tad bit to match her actual skin. And then we'll upload that version of the model. Trying to find a good way to get this to work. Okay, so we have this. Now I need to match it up to her actual face color. That kind of gives me a burn victim feel. I'm going to get a better photo of her. Let me see if PST Dreams has anything. I'm so tired. This video is straining it out of me. Why? I'll bet. Good. We have some stuff to go off of here. This will give us a chance to see if we can actually work with the real photo instead of the textures. First, though, I gotta see if I can find anything worth looking at here. This might work. What you always want to try and see if you can get multiples. But the trick is they need to have a straight face, no teeth showing. Like on the second Eve picture, even though it's HQ, you wouldn't be able to use it because of her teeth showing. This one you can use. Let's try this one actually. So we're gonna load up one of those two and see what we can do. See if we can actually use a real face with the method that I'm doing, which shouldn't be hard. It's just that the real stuff probably doesn't line up as well. Let's grab both of those. God damn, I'm exhausted. Yeah, those are probably going to be a little too small. But remember, this is just, we're using face. I'm just using this for the face texture, but if it works, it works. You know? Let's try it. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It won't hurt to try it anyways. We'll get at least a better look and see if it works. If not, I'll just use it as a matchup technique. Let's hide that. I'm going to head us back over to Photoshop here from in-game. Yippee skippy, it's Photoshop again. Yeah, this might not be big enough. May have to find a bigger Eve photo, but let's see how we do. I have a feeling this might do the trick. Yep. Sure looks that way to me. Let me see how well it did. That's kind of blurry though. Let's try the other photo. It works, but it's too blurry. I hate the fact that these Eve photos they aren't that good. I think I'd have a better shot at getting one straight off of Google than I would here. Well, that one would work if she had the right face features, the right face. This one might. It's an HQ also. I didn't even see that one before. Sorry about all the coughing. It's just allergies. Few allergies. Now let's see if we can get this one to work in any at all. Now, honestly, I'm going to go back on some of my older CAWs and see if I can get a real face to work instead of the textures. I get a feeling that's the way it's going to end up looking better. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, that does work a hell of a lot better. If you can get an HQ, go ahead for it. If you can't, well, don't. I would say don't even do the call without an HD, without a high-res photo like this one, because this one actually allows you to get things correct as much as possible. You want to get the face as much in there as you can. That'll work. Except for the nose being a little too high, but I think we can fix that. Now, do what I did earlier and take the hairline out, because it's going to interfere if you don't. That's not going to show up in the overalls, but I like to have it as clean cut as I can. So we're going to do it this way anyway. Now, in case I got that wrong, I'm going to correct myself. I don't think Biss ever said that this didn't work with real photos. It's just that his method is using textures from games. Whereas mine is actually using the photo if I can. But that's where we kind of differ. And I didn't really sacrifice anything there, so... Which is good. If you can avoid sacrificing different parts of the face, do it. I mean, it'll help you out. I'm going to make sure I have everything filled out here. Then we're going to get rid of this, because I don't want anything outside the circle. It's just, it won't appear if it's outside the circle, so why should it even be part of the texture? My thinking on that. If somebody knows how they got the face template out of WWE 2K19, let me know. I'd love to know that. Anyway, on with the show, so to speak. I'm going to go back into inverse again. just once. Now we're going to upload this again and see how it works in game. Jeez, this video is going to take forever to upload. I may do this in 2 parts. Actually, it might not. We'll see, though. We'll see. Go back to image manager and back in game first for you guys watching on YouTube. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on my screen changes here. There we have it, and there's our perfectly groomed Eve face. Now you shouldn't have to, the advantage of using real photo, obviously you're not going to have to brighten it or contrast it or anything like that if you're using a form or texture, but there are some times when Google and PSD Dreams are just not going to help you. You'll have to use a texture for that. So I'd really say it depends on who you're making. If it's a well-known wrestler, then PSD Dreams can definitely help you out with that. If it isn't, like for example with me and Jesse Yellowband, I couldn't find anything of her without glasses on and not having the toothy smile. I just guessed at her stuff. But it's honestly better to wait until they have pictures of them. Like when they finally start using Jesse Yellowband in NXT, I will be all over pictures. But anyway, back to what we're working on here. Let me see if this actually will fit the area here. And it looks like it will, but those lips. I'm going to have to do something about that. I remember using this photo once before and hating the way the lips looked. Yeah, we're going to have to probably bring that up just a little bit so the eyes match. Bingo, baby. That's what we wanted right there. I don't know why people seem to think using textures from previous games works better. I like this method. Because the textures are going to be dark, you're going to have to edit them. This makes it a whole lot easier to make whoever it is you want to make. You know? Well, this is not how I was recently taught to do it. It's how I'm going to do it. Let's take the corners of the mouth here. I said corners. I'll bring those upwards. See, that's actually fixable pretty easily. And I want to bring the circles in just to the edges here. That way we have the facial shape correct. Now let's see if I can get a good skin pickup. Usually the best way to do it is around the edges of the nose, like right there. I'm going to fix the nose, speaking of that. I don't like the way it looks right now. Especially on that side. It's going to bother the hell out of me if I don't fix this. Okay, so we have that. And the chin is not quite where I want it. It's not on the edges. Now it is. Okay, so now I'm going to do as much of the facial structure as I can here. Jawline seems to be okay to me. Cheeks could be brought out a little bit to make their face a little less smiley. Because this is Healy we're working with here. Now let's see what we get out of this. I'm curious. Do we get... Dare I do the happiness as a printer joke again? No, I will not. Now let's see. That would look good if it weren't for the sides of the mouth, I think. I can fix that. I'm going to quickly go back to Photoshop. I won't even show it here. Actually, I do need to show this, so Photoshop, get up here. Now, what do you do if you have the sides of the mouth issue like I have here with Eve? Well, simple fix. You're just going to zoom in. Actually, I take that back. I think we are going to need to lighten that a little bit, but it looks pretty decent as it is. But anyway, you're going to take the stamp tool, and I'm going to put it back at about 20. And then you're going to take any part of the outside of the face and just click right there. It's a simple fix. See, that's how you do it if you have like a photo where the lines of the lips are just way too much to work with. This is how you fix it. And now we're going to save it again and re-upload it and all that good stuff. I actually like how that looks except for the lips, to be honest. I think the only thing I need to do is remove the lipstick because it's already there. That I can do. And then you remove the eyebrows also because they're already there. I don't know why, but that looks more like AJ Lee to me. Maybe it's just the fact that I don't have the chin far down enough. I don't know. We're gonna redo this here in a minute anyway, so it doesn't really have much bearing right now. All right, let's see. What is that damn dog barking at? 2 hours and 20 minutes in. We've got to end this at some point so I can get this up sometime today. So what we'll do, I'm going to go ahead and reapply this texture, and then I'm going to cut the video here after we've got the face fit perfect. You know what? I'm going to download that other one just to see if it works out. Doubt it will, but we'll find out, I guess. Yeah, Eve was in 2K14 too, because I remember the music being there. I'm going to check with somebody, though, to make sure. Okay, so we're going to get the photo capture tool out again. Okay, now we can at least work with it a little bit here. That works. See, that works a heck of a lot better. And that's a gigantic ass nose Eve has. I'm betting she was probably really self-conscious about that damn nose. There's no such thing as nose shaming. Don't accuse me of it. I've heard of body shaming and I've heard of name shaming. There's no such thing as nose shaming. I'm going to bring this down just a tad bit so it's at the edges. That's where I always like to have my guys and girls' faces, right at the edges. Lock that in. And I'm going to bring it down just a little. As much as I can anyways. That should do it. Skin pickup. Yeah, that actually looks a heck of a lot better than the texture does, I think. I'm going to let you guys decide, though. We're going to go face photo capture and then the texture now. And let you guys determine which one looks best. What do you guys think? I like this one, although the other one works too. I think we're going to go with the one that I had on there already. This one. Let's see here. That's actually some really solid blending. I think once I get the deformation down here, I'll actually have her ready to go. Jawline. Let's see, where do we need to do that? I think that works out. Alright guys, since we didn't need to texture anything past the face, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off here. I will have her entrance up a little bit later on in the day for you guys. But until then, I want to thank y'all for watching. Good morning / afternoon and game on, everybody.